Hi everyone, it's Mr. Rosas once again with United to Learn, bringing you another video in our mindfulness and SEL series. Today's topic is going to be mindfulness and breathing meditation. Now let's begin with our quote. Mindfulness is a way of befriending ourselves and our experience. And I invite you to pause the video, meditate or discuss with someone else what this means to you in this moment in time. And at the end of the video, you can return and see if your relationship with this quote has changed. Now, what is mindfulness? Mindfulness is the act of focusing one's awareness or attention on the present moment, while kindly and non-judgmentally noticing one's thoughts, emotions, feelings, and bodily sensations as a therapeutic technique. And I like to use this example to explain what mindfulness is. Imagine that you're sitting under a waterfall and you feel the pressure of the water hitting your skin and the deafening sound that the water makes. And it gets into your eyes and you cannot see well, and it gets into your nose and you can't breathe well, and you're just suffering under the weight of this waterfall. Mindfulness is the radical act of deciding, let me step outside of this waterfall. And instead of being imprisoned by it, I will become a witness of it without judging. In fact, with a kind heart, what is going on? What feelings and sounds are going on? Because sometimes that's how life feels. When you're stressed, your mind can become this waterfall of thoughts, and it could be painful and it could cause suffering. But mindfulness is the practice of stepping outside, of not identifying with the waterfall of or the torrent of thoughts, and just focusing what's really going on with my body. So you become a witness and you sort of step out of this suffering. And that's what mindfulness is to me. And science has proven that practicing this has a lot of benefits. For example, it can boost your memory, increase your focus, increase your cognitive flexibility, and this is the ability of learning something new and difficult. It reduces stress, lessens emotional reactivity. You know, when you're grumpy and somebody says the wrong thing and then you snap, that's emotional reactivity. So we want less of that, right? Being mindful can help us lessen that. It can help us have greater empathy or compassion for others and for ourselves. We can have a stronger immune system if we practice mindfulness so we don't get sick as often. It can improve our sleep quality, and it changes our brain for the better. Increases the mass in your prefrontal cortex, decreases the mass in your amygdala. Now, how can I be mindful? There's a lot of techniques, a lot of meditations and exercises. But for this one, we're simply gonna first be sitting down with an erect posture. We want our eyes closed. And without judgment and with kindness, we're going to place our attention on our breath. Now, if we get distracted, which we will, if we get distracted by thoughts, we'll go back to our breath gently and with compassion. It's not a game where like, oh, I have to keep my mind free of thoughts. That's impossible. Your mind is constantly producing thoughts. The magic in mindfulness happens in the moments where you recognize that you're distracted by thoughts and you choose to go back to the body and to the sensations of your breath. And it's that constant noticing and returning that's going to help you cultivate the benefits of mindfulness. Now, let me show you how this is going to work. So we're basically going to inhale, exhale, and mentally count 1. Inhale, exhale, and then count mentally 2. And so on and so forth. We want to go up the numbers. What's going to happen, though, is that we're going to get distracted by thoughts. It's going to happen. And this is not like, man, I'm distracted again. I'm losing at this. This is not a game. This is just an exercise. And so we want something that helps us go back to our body. And we're going to use an anchor. And our anchor today is going to be our breath. There's various parts of the breath that you can focus on. You can focus on your nostrils. The air comes in and out of your nostrils. Notice the temperature, the change of temperature when you inhale and you exhale. You can focus on your throat, how it goes down here. You can focus on your chest or in your belly. If you do choose chest and belly, it helps to put your hand either or, and just notice how you expand and contract with the cycle of your breath. And putting your hand on your chest and tummy can help you tune into the rhythm of your breath. Or you can simply choose to follow the whole trajectory from nostril, down your throat, chest, tummy, and back out, over and over, right? And so, yeah, you're gonna get distracted by your thoughts, but this anchor of the breath is gonna help you bring your awareness down to your body. And remember, it's always non-judgmentally and kindly. It's not like, God, I did it again, I'm distracted. It's like, oh, I'm thinking, it's okay. Let me go back to my breath. Very gently, very kindly. So again, you're gonna breathe, inhale, you're gonna exhale, and you're gonna count to 1, right? And then you're gonna breathe in again, you're gonna exhale, and then you mentally count to 2. And maybe when you inhale again, you're gonna start noticing thoughts. You might be thinking about something that happened yesterday or a week ago or a year ago. You could be thinking about something uncomfortable that's going on now. Ow, my knee hurts. Or you could be thinking about something in the future. Oh my God, I gotta do that homework, or I didn't clean my room, or what's gonna happen tomorrow? I don't know. It's natural, it's normal. But once you notice, you're like, oh, I'm not focusing on my breath. It's okay. Just say mentally, I'm thinking. That is your cue to very kindly just go back to your breath and restart the breathing counting process. The goal is not to reach 100 without getting distracted. That's not the goal. The counting is just for you to keep organized in your attention to your breath. That's it. And this is like, the counting is sort of like the wheels on the back of a bicycle. We're using them now, but the more you practice, you'll notice that you probably won't need the counting anymore, but it helps a lot, right? So the magic, like I said, of this meditation happens when you notice that you're distracted in thought and you mentally note it, I'm thinking, and you choose to kindly go back to your breath. That's it. No expectations whatsoever except to notice that you're thinking and, make a mental note, I'm thinking, and very lovingly choose to go back to your breath. That is it. And we're just going to do this practice meditation because it's better if you do it alone. Because if you hear my voice, you might be distracted, but let's try it. So I'm going to need you to sit in a place where you feel comfortable and stable. Back is straight. Remember, we're not relaxing. We're not falling asleep. We're using our brain. We want it to be active. So close your eyes. You can put your hands on your lap. And we're going to begin with 2 deep breaths to calm our nervous system. Slow, deep breaths. And now you may begin to breathe as you normally do. Remember, you inhale and you exhale, and you mentally count to 1. And then you inhale and you exhale. You mentally count 2. And you keep climbing up the numbers. Just remember that if you get distracted by thoughts, the moment that you notice the distraction, mentally note, thinking, and lovingly, gently go back to your breath and restart the counting process. I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to do this independently. In a few moments, you're going to hear the sound of a bell. When you do, I want you to shift your attention from your breath to the sound of the bell and listen closely and lovingly until you can no longer hear it. And in that instant where you can no longer hear it, you may open your eyes. Not too difficult, right? Remember, it's not a competition, it's not a game, it's not a win or lose thing. And remember that the magic lies in noticing the distraction and lovingly returning to your breath. Your breath is your anchor where you want to come down to. Ideally, I would say you should start practicing this maybe like twice a week, 3 to 5 minutes, put a timer on your phone. And once you feel more comfortable, because in the beginning it's going to feel weird, but just go through it. You know, nothing's bad's going to happen. In fact, the more you practice it, the more benefits you'll get. But just start slow and steady. And then once you kind of feel like, okay, I got this, increase the amount of days that you practice it. Maybe you go from 2 to 3 and then 3 to 4, you know? And then after that, you may increase the minutes. Maybe you started at 3, maybe you can go up to 5. Maybe in a year or so, you'll go to 10. There's no rush. Just the intention of trying to practice this and remembering that it is not a game, it's not a competition, and that the magic lies in that noticing and that waking up from the thoughts and taking refuge in your breath. I hope this was very helpful. Feel welcome to return to this video, skip around to this last bit of the meditation, to the guided part if you need a reminder, and I hope this serves you well. I will be bringing you more meditations and exercises in the future, so I hope to see you next time. Bye.